In today's video, watches. Something I've been wanting to talk about for the longest time on this channel. But before I get into that, hey, my name is Dixon and welcome to the channel. I really appreciate you stopping by, and if you're into fashion, grooming and lifestyle content, consider subscribing and liking this video so I can continue to create more content like this for you stylish people. Alright, so back to the topic. So you pulled the trigger and you finally bought this watch that you absolutely love, but you're not too sure how it's supposed to fit or whether this watch is going to be appropriate for a specific occasion. But not to worry, in today's video, I'm going to be covering 7 watch wearing mistakes that everyone should avoid, as well as a bonus tip, so watch till the end. Let's go. Mistake number 1, wearing your watch on your dominant hand. The reason you shouldn't be wearing your watch on your dominant hand is because you're generally more active on your dominant hand, and due to that, the chances of scratching and damaging your watch is much higher. But these are just guidelines, so if you feel more comfortable wearing your watch on the other hand, go for it. One thing to notice is most watches are designed for right-handers because the crown is designed on the right side, making it much easier for us to adjust the time, so it's generally more comfortable to wear your watch on your left hand. Mistake number 2, wearing the wrong sized watch. There is definitely a time when watches with massive case diameters were in trend, but I think that time is long gone. But you gotta remember that there's no one size fits all when it comes to watches because it's very dependent on the size of your wrist. Someone with an 8-inch wrist might look amazing in a 46mm, while someone like me who has like a 6.5-inch wrist might look like I'm wearing my big brother's watch. So be sure to know the size of your wrist before buying any watch, or you'll end up like me regretting this purchase because it's slightly too big for me. It's all about proportions. Just like your pants, you want them to be tapered and not have excess fabric on the bottom of the pants because that's just gonna make you look short, and it's no different with watches. Anything too big or too small is gonna throw off the proportions and it's not going to complement you. Mistake number 3, wearing the wrong size strap. This one's a no-brainer. A watch strap that is too tight is going to stop your blood circulation and leave imprints on your skin, and I'm pretty sure most guys have experienced it and it's really uncomfortable. And on the flip side, wearing a watch that is too loose is going to be more on the feminine side, and in my opinion, it looks really sloppy. A golden rule here is your watch shouldn't move more than an inch up or down your wrist when you're moving your arm. If it is, just go a size smaller unless you're one of those unlucky ones where your ideal size is in between the holes. In this case, just buy a new leather strap. If you're using a bracelet, you can easily get them readjusted in any watch shop for cheap, or you can just buy one of those watch tools and get them resized yourself. Mistake number 4, wrong placement of your watch. There are 3 places that people wear their watches: below the wrist bone, on the wrist bone, and after the wrist bone. There's really no right or wrong here, it's a matter of personal preference, and personally for me, I like wearing my watches below the wrist bone because wearing it anywhere else causes the crown to dig into my skin, and that's really uncomfortable. Plus, wearing your watch below the wrist bone keeps the watch in place because it sort of acts like a guard. So try it out. Sometimes all it takes is some minor adjustment for a more comfortable experience. Mistake number 5, not wearing the right watch for the right occasion. All watches are not created equal, so it's important to match the formality of the watch to the occasion. If you're wearing a suit and tie, it's definitely going to look much better if you're pairing it with your dress watch because it matches the formality and the occasion. Alright, imagine a scenario where I wear the same suit, but instead of the dress watch, I wear this Casio watch. What do you think? It just brings the entire outfit down. Another scenario is when you're getting your hands dirty, be it hiking or playing a sport. The last thing you want to do is to wear your most expensive dress watch for it, right? One incredibly debatable topic is whether it's okay to wear an Apple Watch with a suit. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments. Personally, I think it's okay to wear an Apple Watch with the suit because nowadays there are so many different watch straps that can easily complement the color of your suit. And the fact that you can change the watch to match the occasion is pretty cool. Mistake number 6, checking your watch during a conversation. This is more on the etiquette side, and I get it. You just bought your timepiece and it sure as hell looks amazing. But looking at your watch in certain scenarios like a date or a meeting is going to come off as rude, and it gives off the impression that you don't appreciate the other person's time and you just want to leave. So be self-aware and respectful not to constantly look at your watch when you're in the middle of a conversation. Mistake number 7, not taking care of your watch. Just because your watch costs thousands of dollars doesn't mean you don't have to take care of it. Just like with anything, there is going to be wear and tear, and taking care of your watch is part of owning the watch. Just like your car, you need to send them in for a service on a regular to ensure that it's running on tip-top condition, and it's no different for a watch. So some basic tips is to avoid direct sunlight because Prolonged exposure is going to speed up the wear on the painted parts of the watch. Number 2, be sure that your watch is nowhere close to any magnets because that might interfere with the mechanics in the watch. And number 3, which is probably the most relevant, is to be sure to wind your mechanical watches on a regular basis to be sure the movement components are well lubricated. Also, educate yourself before thinking about submerging your watch underwater because water resistance does not mean you can wear it for swimming. Thanks for making it this far. Here's a bonus tip. Do not adjust your day, date, or any complication between the time of 9 PM and 3 AM. The reason for this is because the gears that make the changes is triggered before midnight and it actually takes some time to disengage completely. So setting it between this time might cause misalignment in the date of the window and it could potentially mess with the mechanics. So that's it everyone, 8 watch wearing mistakes that everyone should avoid. If you learned something new today, be sure to smash that like button so YouTube will show this video to more watch enthusiasts like yourselves. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe for weekly content and I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, stay dapper.